Good morning, my Sagittarius friends and watchers and everybody who's decided to come and see. Today we're going to be doing a weekly reading for Sagittarius, okay? Now, we just exited a lunar eclipse cycle in Scorpio, so now is a good time to do shadow work and kind of bring all the things in your innermost subconscious to the surface, okay? You may be having crazy dreams. You may be kind of just feeling things a little more deeply, noticing things that other people wouldn't normally notice, and that is completely normal during this time, and I really implore you to take advantage of it. So, as for personal readings, I do them, and all the information you need for that will be in the description box below or on my About page on YouTube. Let's just get right into this reading for you guys, okay? I am excited today. It is a wonderful day. I know you guys can probably see some greenery outside. And I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy today. Wheel of Fortune popping out. Good luck, success. I'm just trying to shuffle these cards, and I'm failing miserably. So it's a good start. Now, Mercury is still in retrograde, so you're still probably feeling a little absent-minded. There might be a lot of conflict going around on just social conflict. Okay, we've got the Devil, Death, Judgment. Okay. Ace of Cups, that's a good one. Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune, again, in the near future position, so that's a really good place for that to be. The Moon, Three of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. Now, I just realized I've shuffled this deck wrong, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay that this is what popped out. And on the back, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some hard work that you're not applying yourself to right now. You may be feeling a little lazy. That's okay. That's okay, you know? There's no such thing as lazy. There's just in-between periods. As seen with this Four of Swords on the back here, there's going to be like a... I don't think it's laziness. I think you're not aware of the fact that you need to rest. I think that's what it is. The Hermit... Nine of Swords. Yeah, crazy stuff going on right now. Okay, let me make sure that you can see all of this. Oh, sorry. Okay, hopefully that is a little better for you, my Sag babes. Alright, so let's start with your current position. You're in the Devil right now. Okay, so the Devil is not a bad card. I don't think it's a bad card. Particularly, I think it's a card, it's an opportunity. I think every bad card, so to say, you know, negative cards that kind of call you out and make you feel uncomfortable, I think those cards are just like an excellent opportunity to learn, okay? To learn and to grow and to move forward. Now, with this Devil energy, I'm sorry, it's really busy on Main Street right now, so if you hear stuff, you know, cars going by, trucks, I apologize. That's just how it be. Moving forward. The Devil energy. It is very much an egotistical card, okay? You may be feeling really in your ego about something. You may be feeling really attached. You may be attached to a certain idea, to a certain viewpoint, to a certain habit, to a certain person. It really is just, the Devil to me is attachment. Now, the Devil is also the sign of Capricorn. So there could be a Capricorn in your life that you kind of are attached to that may be a really negative source for you, a negative source of energy for you. I also apologize for any wind if you hear that at all, because it's kind of windy today. So my advice for that would be to just really sit down and really think. Okay, because when we go inward, we can see things that we haven't seen before. Okay, when we view our inner world, there are things that may surprise you. Okay, and you gotta allow yourself to be surprised. Allow yourself to be shocked by what you see. Allow yourself to view things from every possible perspective, and then get perspective and move on, especially with this death card and the conflict. Okay, so you're not letting go of something. I feel like you're not letting go of something, and this may be because you're in your ego. Okay, this judgment and the inner conflict. Okay, you may be worried about somebody judging you, or vice versa. You may be judging somebody too harshly here. Okay, you may be thinking that you are completely right with this devil card, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you have to make sure that you're really truly seeing everything from every perspective. Okay, you don't want to get locked onto this one perspective. You don't want to hang on to something. You want to be able to move and go with the flow and feel free, right? So when you're holding on to something so tightly, and when you have this one perspective, that is when you can start to become hateful. Okay, you think of these hateful old people, for instance. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not making any comparisons. I'm just giving a suggestion, or not a suggestion. It's like an example. You think of really hateful old people who are like really just like so mean. Okay, it's because they don't look. They don't try to gain perspective. Okay? A big part of this world is perspective. Okay? You can be the saddest person on this earth with everything that you need to survive, with more than what you need to survive, with abundance out the ears, money, family, wealth, material wealth, not just, financial wealth, material wealth. Like, you have so many nice things and clothes and jewelry and all this stuff, and you can still be the saddest person on this planet. And it all has to do with perspective. Now, when you are unwilling to gain perspective, when you are unwilling to look, when you are unwilling to, see, that is when you become hateful, when you become closed off, when you become all this. Because when you hold on to one opinion so tightly, another person's opinion is just going to set off your ego and make you like, oh my god, that's completely wrong, right? So you have to really make sure that you can see everything from every perspective, so you don't become the negative side of the devil, the negative side of judgment. Because the positive side of the devil is not just the shadow self and the ego, but it's also owning your power. Okay, it's also owning your shadow self, like being aware of that, being aware of this judgment and this ego and this habit that you have. Okay, I don't know how this applies to you. I may be going a little too deep into it or a little too hard on this one subject, but I really do think that needs to be said here. Especially, this is all your conflict. This is like everything that is kind of really weighing you down right now. Okay, so that is going to change. Okay, with your incoming energy here, you have the Ace of Cups, and that brings emotional equilibrium. Okay, that brings more intuitiveness, more ease, go with the flow, that kind of energy that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so it really is a good time to kind of just sit back and go inward and kind of do what you need to do to come up with some sort of way that to make sure that you're not, being really, what's the word? I don't want to say rigid. That's not, I think you get what I'm saying. You want to make sure that you're really not being too set in your ways. Okay? Because there's so much that this world has to teach you. So you don't want to assume that you know. Ask questions. Be intuitive here, okay? Be more go with the flow. The situation will present itself to you, and you need to read it the way it needs to be read. Okay? So I think that's a good way of putting it. The situation will present itself to you, okay? So you don't need to go into this situation or this phase with all of this, I know how this works, I know what to do, I know how this works, holding on to it. And then when it doesn't work like that, you're gonna yeah, but there's Three of Swords. When it doesn't work out the way you want to, this situation, whatever it is to you, when it doesn't work out the way you want to, you're gonna be so disappointed and heartbroken. Okay? So that's why you need to kind of keep an open mind. Keep an open mind and don't be too rigid in your beliefs and your worldview right now. That's what I'm feeling. And put an end to any judgment and hatefulness that you have within you. Everybody has it. Pause for truck. Everybody has it, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. It comes from a place of usually fear. Hate usually comes from a place of fear, but hate is also just the other side of love, okay? It is your ego trying to protect you, okay? So let go. Let go of it. Put an end to it, because there's nothing to be afraid of during this phase, during this transit. Pause for truck. So, in the how to move forward energy, we have the Six of Cups. Now, there may be somebody here from your past that you might find a lot of, excuse me, sorry for kicking you. You might have a lot of ease and happiness communicating with them again. Okay? Someone from your past, it'll invoke feelings of nostalgia, feelings of friendship. You used to talk to this person all the time. That's the kind of vibes I get. So remember, just keep all that in mind when you're talking to this person, because this could be the person that is mentioned. I'm holding down my cards because it's windy. So, I'm sure you can see it. You can see the cards wobbling and stuff. So, moving forward. Someone from your past is going to be coming in, okay? It's going to be a beautiful time for you. It could be a romantic interest. It could not be. It really is just, this card looks kind of romantic, but it's really about companionship and friendship to me, and nostalgia, and living the good times. You may be feeling like there's something old that you feel really connected to, that you might connect with again, and it might make you feel really good, and you want to lean into that, because those relationships are kind of those are really good. I really like those relationships. The one where it's like, I've known you my whole life, I've known you for such a long time, and we're just hanging out. It's beautiful to me. Okay. Moving forward, we've got the Two of Pentacles in the warning position. I implore you to be more balanced in your spending. You may be trying to grind, you may be trying to hustle. Good for you, okay? But also, this is the balance card, okay? Any card with the number 2, or anything with the kind of 2 symbolisms, it means balance, okay? You want to be really balanced during this time, and usually for the Pentacles, that means financial and material, okay? So that means being aware of everything that comes in and out of your banking account. You may be setting a budget. That might be helpful for you. All these things. And we're going to get into this. I'm going to talk about this card a little bit later, because there's 3 Pentacle cards here, and I feel like they all kind of come together beautifully. So, moving forward in your near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's a wonderful card to have, and it's a future card, or kind of incoming or current energy. This is the good luck card, okay? Now, as I said, Mercury is still in retrograde, and that will be ending in May 14th, May 15th, that kind of time. So, now is not the time to make travel plans, but now is certainly the time to cash in on something if you're waiting for it. Now is certainly the time to, you just have a little streak of good luck going for you right here. Squeaky ass truck. There's a robin staring right at me. Regardless, this is a really good streak of good luck for you guys, and it's just going to be a really beautiful time for you moving forward here, as long as you can let go of these states of mind you've been having. In conflict resolution, you have the Moon. Now this is more shadow work I see for you. The moon is, you know, the moon is like the sun, okay? The moon is a reflection of the sun. So it is like the shadow self, you know? If you think of yourself as the sun, then the moon is the other part of you, okay? So this can do with anything like nightmares, which aren't inherently a bad thing. Nightmares always have something to tell you if you're open-minded to it, okay? Pause for car. It's all about perspective, like I said, okay? So the moon is like all the parts of yourself that you don't normally let other people see. All the parts of yourself that you may think are bad, but aren't really bad at all. Like you've got, nightmares, anxiety, just generally like negative thoughts. All the thoughts that you have that you don't feel like really. It's more of an intuitive card. I think you get what I'm trying to say. And that is a beautiful energy, because all of this, like, hinging on something, all of this grasping, all of this clawing at this state of mind that you're having, you're kind of holding on to it. This is like the release of that, okay? It's being aware of this energy, this anxiety, this hatefulness that you may have right now. And I'm not calling you as a person hateful, but everybody has those feelings, right? This is going to be a sort of release of that for you. And this is the warning card right here, the Three of Swords. And I brought it up earlier. This is the grieving card. This is the disappointment, like major disappointment, mourning, kind of coming out of nowhere. And this will happen if you don't keep an open mind. Something will disappoint you. Something will not work out the way you want it to. But that's okay, because we always have these opportunities. Every day is an opportunity, okay? So as long as you keep an open mind, I'm pretty sure that this Three of Swords will just be a blink of an eye. Allow yourself to grieve and do what you need to do, but then get back on it, okay? Because there's work to be done here, okay? With the outcome and the Nine of Pentacles, and then the issue you're not seeing in the Eight of Pentacles. Let's start with the Nine of Pentacles here. This is financial independence, okay? Now, I remember a couple readings back on Sagittarius, I pulled the Nine of Pentacles as well. The Nine of Pentacles is all about financial independence. It is nearing the end of a financial cycle, okay? And this Wheel of Fortune is also like telling you that it's coming close to an end. But you're not done yet, okay? You're not done yet. So this Nine of Pentacles really is imploring you to do your best to be independent, whatever that means to you, because everything is situational, right? So kind of do your own thing, keep track of what's going on in your bank, monthly subscriptions, all that kind of stuff, budgeting for your groceries, your rent, your car payments, whatever it is. Make sure that you are on top of all that, and this is yours. You will feel so good. You will feel so good about it. And this comes with hard work. Okay? The Eight of Pentacles. Beautiful card. But it is in the issue you're not seeing. So there is some hard work here that you are not applying yourself to for whatever reason. Okay? Nothing is too little. If you think it's too little, then that is your perspective. Okay? There is no such thing, like, don't be ashamed to do little things. Okay? To keep yourself on track. Okay? There's nothing wrong with doing little things. There's nothing wrong with, because I know my Sagittarius, they can be a little ambitious, but right now I'm seeing that they're struggling with that. Okay? So there is nothing wrong with doing little things one at a time. It takes time and patience. Slow and steady wins the race, right? But never stop working, even if it's something small. When it comes to your finances, that is exactly what it needs. But when it comes to emotional work, yes, rest and time and ease and slowness is what's needed. But with financial matters, you always want to be doing something, even if it's like something little, every day, right? Never stop training, never stop working, right? That is what this card is. And there's some hard work, like I said earlier, that you're not applying yourself to. There's something going on here that you're not really looking at, that you're not applying yourself to, and you really need to for this financial situation to ease, to dissipate a little bit, okay? It could be getting a job, it could be asking for some money, it could be anything, right? But I don't really see asking for money. Let me look on the back and see here. Yeah, I don't really see anything pertaining to borrowing money or favors right here. So I really do think this is an internal matter for you. Yes, this is your tarot reading. So we're gonna pull some oracle cards in a second here, and let's get into it. Okay, now let's shuffle these big ass cards. I really struggle with these cards, but they're so pretty, so I always bring them out for some reason. My point exactly. If you're curious, I'm using the Buffy the Vampire Slayer deck by Inside Editions, and this is the Goddess Spirit Oracle deck by Rachel Johnson. That was hilarious. Let's do one more. Not really a good shuffle, but that's okay. I think Spirit has our back. Is it I never know how to cut cards. I think the bottom goes on top. Alright. Let's get into it. Morgan, release. I knew you were going to pull this. Nike, Triumph, Mastery, Pride. Freya, Warrior, your power, determination. Yeah, okay. So, release, permission to rest. Release these thoughts. Do it however works for you, really. It could be like you need to go break something. You need to go just go crazy and break something, or beat up a punching bag, or scream into a pillow, or even just talk to the person about what you're feeling. Talk to somebody else about how you're feeling, okay? It is literally up to you, but there is something that I definitely got that feeling where it's you need to release something, okay? And you will be able to do what you need to do after that. You will be able to rest, move, do what you need to do. We have Nike, I think that's how you pronounce it. Triumph, Mastery, Pride. As seen with the Nine of Pentacles and all these closing of cycles, you're going to feel triumphant, but only if you let go, only if you release, okay? Because you're going to be really disappointed if you don't, because you're going to be closed-minded and you're not going to be able to see, the opportunities and the gifts that have been given to you, plural, I feel. Now, Freya, your power, warrior, and determination. As I said earlier, you have the shadow side, and owning it and being aware of it will bring you more success than trying to smother it. Okay? You never want to smother these feelings because they'll just come back stronger than ever. Okay? You gotta let them out. You gotta release them. Okay? So you can be truly intuitive and in the flow of the universe, of all things. It sounds kind of silly, but it's true. But yeah, that is all I have for you today, Sagittarius. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please share with your other Saggy friends. And for personal readings, I do them. The information will be in the description box below or my About page on my YouTube. I almost did it right. All right, without further ado, I will see you next time.